a sinner, left my lover crying on the dance floor. I'm a sinner, I'm a sinner.
Welcome back to more I Wani Hug That Gator. It's December, winter in Volcadra Bluff is now officially here. And as if to celebrate the occasion, tonight is St. Haman's Winter Formal. Hard to believe it's already here. It really crept up on me. Whenever I remember the event coming up, I just force myself out of my mind. The whole thing has me pretty anxious. It's like a date, but on a whole new level, like there's some formality to it. I'd better not mess this up. Anyway, I find myself with a new difficulty in life. Over and under and around and under. I reel and loosen the lethal neckwear from my collar, tossing the devilish clothes on the floor in frustration. Scanning over the step-by-step instructions once more, I find that where I went wrong on my latest attempt. I consider going tieless, but damn, it brings the whole outfit together. And I want to look good for Olivia because she's doing the same. Picking up the slim fabric back up, I notice just how badly wrinkled and ugly it is. Time is running out, sadly. We still had class today after all. Forget it, I have another shirt that works without a tie and it still looks good. Dumping the fashionable noose in my hamper and swapping outfits, my thoughts travel freely. Everyone in the school was excited for the formal. Though Olivia, she looked excited too, but there was something just beneath the surface. Anxiety, probably, for Mr. Latican's vigil. Only Olivia, Ben, and I seemed to remember that the rest of the school was having moved on by now. Ben had kept pestering Olivia about her speech, insisting to know what she'd say. Only thing that kept me from pushing the Stutco away was the fact that Mia would still give me the evil eye from a distance. In her janitor's outfit. Ha. She deserves worse, but at least she's out of our hair for now. A check of the time says I don't have any time to try again. Tossing on the piece de resistance, the coat, I exit my room and head down for the foyer. Tonight's gonna be the best night ever. Probably. Definitely. I'll make it the best night ever for the both of us. I head through the foyer towards my front door and wait, Dad's home? Still dressed in his work uniform, hunched over the bar with a half-filled glass. He hasn't noticed me. Well, not that it matters. As I open the front door, I hear a low grumble from behind me. Be back at midnight. Without looking back, I head out. The chill that washes over me is deflected by my formal wear. I can only imagine how hot this outfit would be in the summer. Then again, I did wear a jacket constantly for the first month of school. Speaking of, I can't decide whether or not I want to keep the sunglasses with my outfit. It's hard enough to see outside as it is. Somehow, though, it feels wrong to take them off. Hoping not to waste any more time, I begin to walk to the metro. I really don't want to be late, especially not for Olivia. It's the same ride I've taken countless times this year, but this time it has a sense of finality to it. The rocking motion of the cabin are both calming and nauseating at the same time, and I find myself teetering between positivity and negativity. If there's one night that I need to go well, it's tonight. No dodgeballs to the face, no falling into pools, no harassment from anybody. I pray that Latican's eulogy goes smoothly. I find comfort in the routine walk from the metro to the Payne residence. As I stand outside the house, I realize I forgot to bring any flowers. But This isn't prom yet, so I think that's okay. It's December, and that means festivities. The house is adorned with a row of colorful Christmas lights. Guess who had to put those up too? It was worth it to see Vinny and Olivia smile like that, but man, at this rate, I'm going to be jacked doing these chores for them. After a quick knock at the front door, I wait patiently for an answer. I hear some voices on the other side, something about it being too cold, I think. It was pretty funny the first time, but they do this every time I swing by. I didn't think the weather bothered them this much. A moment later, Damien swings open the door. Hey, Inko, you're looking snazzy. Thanks. This is all new stuff. Think Olivia will like it? Probably. She'd probably just be excited seeing you wear any old suit. Well, it's the effort that counts, right? Yeah, like, I wanted to wear a t-shirt that looked just like the real thing, so I could be cozier and not have to deal with ties or other annoying stuff. But Mom threatened to beat the snot out of me if I did that for some reason. Though, I get away with doing it anyway, but then Liz threatened the same thing. Girls, right? Anyway, come on in already, it's dang cold. He slams the door behind me when I step in. The inside is also decorated for the holidays. Sophia must have spent hours decorating, as the living room is a tapestry of Christmas spirit. It even suffuses the air with the internal heating mixing with the scent of sweets baked with cinnamon. I'll have to ask her later to take pictures of this beautiful holiday scene within the living room. Liz and the Paynes are sitting in the living room. Hey guys. Inko, is it true you ordered a... Shh. I think it's supposed to be a surprise for her. Oh. Thanks again, though. It's crazy getting one of those. Yeah, Olivia's gonna love it. I really feel like we should have pitched in more, though. Don't worry about it. It was my idea. Alright. Nice suit, by the way. Why, thank you. Damien nonchalantly takes a seat on the couch next to Liz and wraps an arm around her like it was no big deal. Yipe! Damien looks at me and flickers his eyebrows. He knows what he got. What a player. I should try that with Olivia. Miss Payne can't hide her excitement any longer. Aw, that's precious. My little boy's all grown up now. Mom! Now, Damien. It's your parents' God-given right to tease you. One day you'll be doing the same to your kids. Bleh, you guys better not be like this all night. Where's Vinny when I need him? Vinny's with his karate team. They're having a big sleepover. No risking our little rascal messing up anyone's outfits before their big night. Oh lord, yeah, the idea of acid on my evening gown, I'd just die. Damien sniffles dramatically. Oh, stop it. So, don't worry, Olivia's getting ready. Miss Payne's voice carries a tone of worry with it. Turning to her, I see the older woman staring at Olivia's door. What is it, ma'am? She shakes her head and smiles with just shy of unease. Oh, nothing. I just wanted to make sure the night's extra special for her, so I decided to break out my old sewing machine. We were going to tailor the dress together, but... Another shake of her head. It's fine, Inko. Was it, though? What if it isn't? What could I even do if it wasn't? I nod and lean back, letting the small talk between everyone else continue. My concern only grows heavier as we wait, though. And inevitably... that must be your rod. Oh dear, I'll go and hurry Olivia along then. My voice is quick to cut her off. I'll check, Miss Payne. All eyes on me, all questioning why. I'll check. Damien, Liz, can you hold the driver for a bit? Damien flashes me a thumbs up and heads out, Liz's body following after. Don't take too long, okay? Her head departs at my nod. When I move to Olivia's door, her surrogate parents follow. Sorry, but could Olivia and I have some privacy? Please? Sophia almost protests, but thankfully Randy takes her hand. Better hurry, that driver won't wait too long. Don't matter how much you paid him. They walk into the kitchen, quietly whispering to one another. I knuckle tap on the door just hard enough that Olivia had to hear it. Another couple taps. Olivia? My fingers wrap around the handle of the door and twist. Pushing the door open, I'm greeted with sheer blackness. Inco. The sound of my blood pumping is in my ears from Olivia's weak voice. Quick as lightning, my hand finds the light switch and flicks it on. And I see... Hey. The relief is powerful. I have to steady myself with hand on the wall. I don't know what I was expecting. But Olivia's okay, just... You're not dressed. Wrong words. Olivia sits atop her bed, still in the clothes she wore today in school. Not the handmade dress that's on her wheelchair. It's eerily similar to a month ago with how she's curled up in her sheets, with wadded up paper once again spread over her bed. The only difference this time is Guts, sitting in my spot and chewing idly on a piece of paper. Olivia picks him up and nuzzling comfortingly into her plush pet. Fuck, I don't know why that was hard for me to say. What's wrong, Olivia? The rat is set down with a heavy sigh and Guts scampers away. With my spot freed, I sit next to Olivia. I pick up one of the crumpled pages and unwrap it. To Mr. Latican, a teacher is to be unflattering. He was above and beyond that. He was beloved to all. The next line is crossed out. The rest of the lines are crossed out. They are all variations of the same few phrases, put together in every possible combination. The strike-throughs grow increasingly more aggressive with each line deemed unworthy. I pick up another sheet. It's the same thing. Each new page is just crossed out attempts to get the thoughts out of her head. Stop that. Olivia, are you okay? That's a stupid question. No, I'm fine. It's just, it's been months and I'm still not ready to say goodbye. Meanwhile, everyone else has moved on. Stupid, isn't it? I understand. You don't have to give a speech or anything if you don't want to. Olivia sags and sways until her head is laid softly on my shoulder. I feel her fingers intertwine with my own and finally allow her anxiety to escape with a heavy and slow exhale. A minute of tranquility is then shattered by a blaring horn. Honk! What is that? Ah, crap. I take my phone out to see a half dozen texts from Liz and Damien, all of them expressing my need to hurry up. Something came up. We're doing something else. Alright, take care. With the weight off our shoulders, I let my phone fall onto the bed next to us. I told them to go on ahead. God, Inko, I'm sorry. You don't need to apologize. No, you spent all that time getting ready, and Auntie even helped me with this dress, but I can't. I can't do anything. Come on, Olivia, don't worry about it. I don't need to go to the winter formal. I just want to spend time with you. And we can still do that. Still, I don't want to sit around here, not again. Well, we could go somewhere else. Any ideas? Nothing else comes to mind. We could just walk around and see what happens. The Christmas decorations ought to be in full swing by now, if nothing else. It takes a few minutes, but Olivia's eyes slowly begin to light up. Okay, that sounds a little fun. Besides, I hate to waste a night with you all gussied up like that. Her sultry grin grows as she eyes me up and down. I'm blushing. I can tell I'm blushing. Anyway, sorry I couldn't do the same for you. It's fine. I'll find an excuse to make you wear it later. You want to go now? Yeah, could you help me up? Sure. Thanks. I stand up from the bed and bring over Olivia's wheelchair, helping her into it slowly. Let's go. Grabbing the chair from behind, I guide Olivia out of the room and through the deserted townhouse. On the metro, it's strangely emptier than normal. It's just Olivia and I in the car for once. Now that I think about it, everyone is going to be at the formal, so it really is just Olivia and I tonight in general. The metro sways us back and forth while we wait for my stop. I glance over at Olivia through my sunglasses. She turned back, staring out the window. Drifting through her own head, she repaints the world in her image. She does see things differently than most. It's a gift she should treasure more. Man, is this really okay? I get the feeling that this is one of those things that she's always going to regret. Not that I should have forced her to go or anything. Still, I should probably try to do something about the situation, but what? Our stop is in another 8 minutes. My head fills with thoughts of my empty home, and I consider, is that where I should bring her? Some lonely, isolated place? Maybe? A slapdash plan forms in my head. It's pretty stupid, honestly. And I'd be making it up as we go. But it'd be infinitely better than letting Olivia just hide away more. 5 minutes. Olivia doesn't seem to be paying attention. Her head is turned, eyes focused on passing scenery through the window. She probably expects me to tell her we're at my stop. I can feel the train slowing down just a bit more, so I stay silent and turn my head towards the window too. I guess she must be deep in thought, because even as the train stops at our station, she doesn't budge. It's the moment of truth. The doors slide open, and then they shut. The train continues. We're now in untested waters. The train takes us to an unknown destination. Hope it's a good one. After a few minutes, Olivia comes out of her reverie, confused. Wasn't that our stop? Oh, was it? Whoops. Oh well. Oh, Inko. It's going to be hours before it loops back around. Well, we can just get off at the next stop and wait for a different train. Or a taxi back. No biggie. You don't seem that surprised. Well, I'm looking at it like an opportunity. We can go do something neat. Something neither of us were expecting right now, right? Yeah, I guess. I think that would be cool, yeah. The metro starts slowing to a halt. I squeeze Olivia's hand. Adventure? Yeah, adventure. I gesture out the door in a polite ladies' first manner. Then I start pushing her one shoes away from the wall. The cold December air hits like a brick wall. Jeez, it's freezing. We exit the metro onto a carefully placed stone path. The district is enchanting. Older buildings of faded stone and brick with colorful lights casting them in a magical glow. Older but well kept. As we move along the cobblestone road, I feel as though Olivia and I had gotten off the train in another time period entirely. Gaslights decorated with tinsel replace the modern street lamps with that normally light up the sidewalks. The difference between this place and the rest of Valkadra is night and day, and manages to invite an even cozier feeling of the holidays. Whoa. It's the city old financial district turned tourist spot. Hard to believe that it's managed to stick around after all these years. You been here before? Dad took me once. So, what do they have around here? Just some restaurants and shops, the usual stuff that any tourist spot's gonna have. But I think there's a small art exhibit around here too if you want to go to one of those. Sounds good to me. We continue walking down, admiring the districts side by side. There's a few other dinosaur folk walking around the area, but it's noticeably clear that they're all wrapped for the sake of the heat retention. Thick coats and puffy jackets were the primary appeal, with some added scarves and beanies to further aid in keeping warm. Though, even with it being purely for necessity, there's clearly a winter fashion scene to take advantage of. A small but noticeable chattering noise pauses my current train of thought. I look over to Olivia, who's doing her best to stop herself from vibrating in her chair. Only now does it dawn on me that Olivia's hoodie is the one thing that's shielding her from the frigid cold. Hold on a second. I quickly undo my coat and drape it over her. Thanks. It's worth getting my ass handed to me by Snow Miser if it means keeping her somewhat protected from the cold. Shall we? After a bit of more walking, we find ourselves in front of a quaint bistro. Thinking about it, I am a bit hungry. There are a few tables inside, but the outside seating looks relatively open. And there's even heated lamps near each table. I gesture towards it and Olivia glances over. She considers it before giving a brief nod. When we enter, we share a mutual exhale, as the warm embrace of modern air conditioning welcomes us. There's no line, but their tables are all occupied. The waitress behind the counter is sympathetic to Olivia's shivering, though, and offers us the patio table beside the largest heating lamp outside. Our order of burgers and fries was quickly made, and we were ushered into the warmest spot in the front of the restaurant. The warm burger and heated lights invigorate Olivia. I hadn't realized just how bad the cold weather affected her, and I feel relieved as I watch the color return to her scales. As she recovers, so does her appetite. As I slide my plastic basket of fries to her, I notice that the little square has gotten more populated. Despite the cold, several dino families fill the remaining seats. Some with food, some just taking advantage of the heaters. Something going on? I poke Olivia and gesture around and she shrugs. After a few minutes, an oddly dressed group crosses the middle of the square. Compared to everyone else, they're very underdressed for the weather, wearing fur vests and oddly baggy shorts. There's 10 of them in total, a family of feathered raptors. Swallowing a mouthful of burger, I turn to Olivia to ask and see an excited grin on her face. You know them? Shh. Oh man, I forgot it's Friday night. There's always some live performances here. Just watch. Whoosh! Whoa! The older-looking dino stands out in front of the microphone. He must be the leader, the ringmaster? Good evening, everyone. It's a very magical, frosty night out. So let's warm things up just a little bit for everyone. Each member is adorned with various hoops and juggling pins that light a blaze. So please gather close and let the Ashtail clan share a little fire with everyone. And I will introduce myself. I am Firemaster Alejandro. I assure you, tonight is a very special show. They continue setting up. A sign is placed nearby with their socials on them. I do quick search and whoa! With these kind of numbers, they must be quite the spectacle to garner an online audience of this size. Several children tug away from their parents to sit on a parameter seat with rope. One of the members had laid out. It makes me just a bit nervous, but they're professionals, I hope. We begin with the traditional Bateria del Fuego. The drumbeat starts playing from a nearby amplifier. It's a steady, strong beat, no doubt meant as a metronome for the group. It's too bad he doesn't have his camera. After a few seconds, the troupe begins to dance. Rods spun a flame, creating wheels of fire that they run about with the square. The crowd cheers as the embers sweep by them. The Firemaster, a grandfatherly-looking dino, is the wildest of them all. He wields a pair of chains, the end of which is ablaze as he spins them about with reckless abandon. That man alone is a veritable firestorm among the rest of his troop, even going as far as to let the fireballs bounce off his body to create more unique flaming shapes. My steak fries sit abandoned as Olivia is entranced by the live performance, her silver eyes wide as she takes in a particular performer as he twirls about with flaming fans. Actually, looking at all the performers, they're all raptors. It's a family troupe. Shh. Indeed, all 10 fire dancers looked to be a single large family, though there were some minor differences between them, the biggest being the small flourishes in their vests and prop. The tempo of the beat hastens, and the spiraling fire dancers move around their elder more swiftly. Then, all at once, the drum halts, and the performers bring their fiery props to a halt before them. The older leader chains swing straight up, and the twin fireballs hang above him for a split second. The blazing orbs descend, and whoom! All the raptors exhale into their props as the fireballs crash into the earth, creating a great gout of flames upwards in facsimile of a bomb blast. The fire recedes, and the members of the troop regroup, the ringleader once more taking the front and center. There's applause, a lot of applause. I didn't even realize I was clapping wildly until I felt my palms sting. The elder dino motions for the crowd to quiet down, and once we are all silent, he makes to speak. Thank you, thank you. His accent is thick and his tongue gravelly, further showing his age. I'm not doing it. For those of you who are new to us, we, the Ashtar clan, the Ashtar family. The other 9 members hoot together, blowing small flame pillars. Have been in these mountains since time immemorial. He saunters around the open square, casually twirling his chain as though there weren't a softball-sized fire at the end of it. Generation upon generation, we have entertained visitors to Valkadra. I, Alejandro Ashtel, am the 7th head of the family. He pauses to let the crowd take in the information, then struts back to his family. There's murmurs, and even the other performers look confused as he wraps an arm around one of the female performers and moves back to the center with her. And this is my granddaughter, Michaela. Alejandro pushes the young woman forward, the shorter and more lanky raptor compared to the stocky leader. She looks to be about our age. Greetings, my friends. Tonight is also a very special show for another reason. It marks the 25th year that I had led this group. It is quite a lot, is it not? Hard to tell when you are getting gray hairs, when so much of it tends to singe right off. He pauses for a chuckle from the audience. However, the sands of time stop for no one. So, that being said, it is time I step out of the spotlight and give the new generation their time to bask in it. And as I take my leave, it is a great honor for me to declare that she will be joining the ranks proper. I have taught her everything she knows, and I am proud of her. So please welcome her and expect great things from her, for she will be inheriting the title tonight. Okay? The entire family is whispering to one another. This isn't staged? Michaela, you are of age now. I am probably fucking her name up. I'm gonna keep it. 25 years to this day, my own grandfather had bestowed upon me these chains of leadership on this very spot. The crowd oos. And on this, my 25th year of performing, I find that you are ready, my granddaughter. The chains finally stop spinning, Alejandro now holding and presenting them to the crowd and then his granddaughter. Go on, the crowd, she waits. Michaela hesitates, her hands shying away from the chain as though it will burn her. I mean, she looks nervous. Grandpa, this is... Up! I know you are ready for this, sweetie. He looks her in the eye, and his once bombastic tone is now more soothing. You have devoted your life to our traditions, absorbing all of the lessons in earnest. You have that fire inside you, just like the fire that I am giving to you now. The fire master turns to the crowd with a gigantic grin, his voice larger than life. Do you agree, my friends? A thunder and cheers clap echo, and the crowd fully invested in the family's ritual taking place. Someone starts chanting her name, and soon enough Olivia and I are chanting with them. Mokella, Mokella, Mokella! God, I am probably fucking it up. Our voices invigorate her. With a loud triumphant whoop, Mokella takes the chains from her grandfather. The balls and flames spin around once more, far more wildly as she hollers uproariously along with the crowd. Yes! Mokella, now go! It is your show to run now! The old dino meanders back with the rest of the family, taking up Mokella's abandoned baton before taking a seat amongst the crowd near us. My friends, with great honor as the 8th leader of the Ashtails! The other 8 performers once more exhale tall pillars of flames. Let the show continue! The graceful somersault, a new drum beat blares through the speakers, and the dancers begin to move with their flaming props. The new member moves with elegance. She's clearly had the practice. That grandpa. Whoa, hey, what's that? What was that? What was what? Your smile just faltered. I saw it. In the corner of my eye. What's up? Aren't you observant? I just feel for him a bit. The fire master? Why? In a way, it's kind of sad. The great Alejandro will retire and his granddaughter will take his place. What's he going to be doing for the rest of his life? Probably training the rest of the family. He loves his job and just retired. He's never going to do it again. He's going to enter his twilight years and know the best is behind him. Is that what you think? It's what I worry about. Olivia looks back at the show to the newest member dancing elegantly. The performers laugh and hoot in the square with the new leader of the troupe. Compared to her grandfather, she's far more energetic. Her flourishes and sweeps are far faster than Alejandro's. But even still, for snippets of a second, I would see some worry across Mokella's face, questioning herself or her movements or something. The look around vanishes, though, when another of the troupe would pass by her, whispering something to her, or perform a duet move with her to help correct her. Taking the show now, it feels less refined compared to the first act, but it also more real and vibrant. The fire master claps along and laughs to himself, giving a reassuring thumbs up. Olivia looks at the old man, lost in thought. Well, maybe there's a little truth there, but I mean, look at him. Does he look sad? No, he looks like the best day of his life. He's really happy for his granddaughter. My throat's still not fixed. His granddaughter, that he taught everything she knows. Everything he learned from his father. One day the torch passed to him, and he upholds that legacy he inherited for years and years. He had an amazing career, and he raised her so he could trust her. And now she's ready to do it all herself. Again, it's a matter of trust. You don't think someone as old as him isn't able to tell? It's like an old tradition, you know? Only a poet could appoint another poet. Things change, people change, but a talent or a craft, it has to be passed down, or else even a little things become impossible to do. Alejandro knew his craft well enough to perform for 25 years, and look at Mokella. She's performing just as well as he did. He knows better than us, Inko, so I don't think he's wrong for wanting to pass on his legacy. To pass along everything you know like that to someone you love. It's to grant that person their purpose. That's why he's happy. Life's full of uncertainties. To raise someone up to take... to take the fucking voice, what the fuck? To raise someone up to take your place is one of the biggest challenges. I am still... I can't seem to fully get over whatever this sickness I have is. I thought it was a cold, but it's still not going away. moving forward with no fear for the future at all, making it so even the apprentice can become a master and pass on what she knows just the same. The biggest challenge turns into the greatest blessing. To keep going even when it burns, always moving to a final victory. And in the end, he won. I wipe a tear from her eye. She leans into my hand. Somewhere in there, something changed. He started referring to two people. I want to tell her, but she knows. I think I'm ready. Inko. Inko. I got it. You got what? I really can't explain it right now. It's more of a feeling, like a flame. We need to go back. What are you waiting for? Let's go. She yanks my arm and starts burning rubber towards the direction we came from. Olivia, go where? The formal dummy. What? She races off towards the metro station before I can even finish my question. Wait. The eulogy! I take off after, the uneven cobblestone making catching up very difficult. As I pass a propped-up sign, I stop, yanking a 20 from my wallet and dropping it into the tip box for the ashtails. Little girl standing by it beams at me with a toothy grin. I'll melt later. I can't get distracted. Where is she? I catch up to her, still speeding towards the metro station. Is there still time? It's almost 9. There's time. We can make it. We can make it. Should we run back to get your dress? Olivia stops and skids to face me. It's the other way. We can't. Both our heads jerk sideways to the boutique we stopped in front of. Our hearts skip a beat. In the distance, the familiar sound of the metro arrives. We have maybe a minute. You got $200. Merry Christmas. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Come on. Olivia drags me in the store, scanning for anything she'll find acceptable. What kind of dress do you want? I don't know anything about dresses. Shit. Okay, what's your favorite color? Green. The fuck do you think? Of course it is. Shut up. You know this fashion shit. You pick something. Okay. Time slows as I scan the shelves, cataloging all possible dresses in sight. There's about 3 green dresses on display. The lime, heartburst, wiggle dress, looks like something I'd hurl on. The Grande Verde classic wrap dress aged faster than the wine-guzzling wench that made it, which leaves a newer little truce, deep green dragon perch kimono. This is a little... Yes, it's beautiful. I'll take it. I toss it over to her and she catches it. With the dress in tow, Olivia wastes 0 time speeding right out the door with enough force to nearly knock me off my feet. I have to stop the shop owner from giving chase by hastily handing her two Benjamins. Sorry about that. Keep the change. Merry Christmas. Happy Holidays! Olivia's still ahead, trying to put the dress on already and is still moving forward towards the metro. We're right there. Lift your tail. She understands and quickly shifts her tail in an upright position right before I grab her handles and keep rushing forward. Right as the doors start closing, I muster all the strength I have in me to boost Olivia into the cabin. I manage to throw myself inside before the doors could close on my foot. I slide Olivia to the side and stop myself on the armrest of the opposing seat. I'm left breathless. The heck are you out of breath for? It's tense. Are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. I finish catching my breath and sit in the seat normally. Olivia moves into her spot and keeps struggling to put her dress on. She tosses me her hoodie. How does this even work? Olivia waves the kimono around like a single flag, confused as to what goes where. Here, let me help you out. I bought a smoking jacket a while back. Shouldn't be too dissimilar to wearing one of these, I think. A smoking jacket. I didn't think you smoked. I don't. Just thought it'd be cool to have. I help Olivia off of her wheelchair and onto the metro seat, since that should make the process easier. It takes a bit of trial and error and quick snoot tube tutorials, but we eventually get the Nagajuban and kimono on. Nagajuban. Totally aced the pronunciation. Thank you. After making sure all the knots are tied securely and her tail is poking out of the accommodating slit in the back of the dress, I help Olivia back onto her wheelchair. Oh, it's so cute. Well, how do I look? I take a good look at Olivia in her dress. Even though this was the last minute, she still manages to take my breath away. You look beautiful. You're just saying that. I am, and it's the truth. Wait, do you still have the tickets? I reach into my pocket and pull them out, offering her to see. She takes one and stares at it intensely in her hand, as though it were gold. 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. She glances up at the terminal, 9:30. We can make it. It'll be close. The speech might go a bit over time, but we can make it in the last minute. Okay. Olivia starts hyping herself up. Her lips move, but no words come out. Olivia's hand would occasionally bob in approval or shake in disapproval. There is a heavy tension building in my chest. The LED clock display in the carriage looks like it's going thrice as fast. I can't tell if time is going too fast or a train is going too slow. For the whole ride, she speaks silently to herself, probably rehearsing the new speech she just pieced together. Man, I love seeing her like this. With my phone, I check Google for the fastest way to the convention center. We're cutting it really close, made worse by my discovery. Well, I don't want to disrupt her connection. We have to transfer lines at the central station. Olivia is lost in her rehearsal as I push her out of the train and race through the full railway station. I curse the building layout, the second line having been built what feels like miles away as I try to get us to it. At last I see it, a sign directing to where exactly the convention center tram is. Downstairs. With a silent curse, I beeline for the nearest elevator, Olivia's wheelchair becoming an incidental plow as we push through the late-night crowd. The elevator door looks positively ancient, but that doesn't matter. My full palm slaps the button roughly as even more adrenaline pumps through my veins. Right now, I feel a sort of hyper-awareness, the rest of the world going at a snail's pace as I rapidly jab the button. When the doors finally lurch open, I practically shove Olivia through, startling her from her thoughts at last. And go. We're gonna make it, we're gonna make it, we're gonna make it, we're gonna make it! And go. All at once, I feel my energy plateau. Slumping heavily against the handlebars of Olivia's chair, my body finally registers how hard I pushed it. With a gasp, I'm flooded completely, my lower body feeling excessively heavy as the muscles within my legs wail in pain. When the elevator door reopens, Olivia thankfully wheels herself out. I hang onto her handlebars while I'm dragging my feet after her. The transfer train is there, thankfully. We're gonna make it, Olivia. You said that already. Inko, are you alright? She peers back at me over her shoulder. I simply smile and wipe the sweat from my brow with my sleeve. Getting aboard the new train, I allow myself to collapse on the seat by Olivia. Olivia keeps looking at me with her moonshade silver eyes filled with worry. My only response is a tired smile and thumbs up. The second metro line goes just as fast as the first. 9:45. I don't dare interrupt Olivia here. She continues mashing all the right pieces together in her head. It's not just a speech. It's an all-new part of her she's suddenly awakened to. And go. I glance over and she offers a hand and I take it. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you. I gently grasp her hand for the rest of this metro ride. That's where we're going to leave it. So we'll do the eulogy next time, or if we will make it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to please check out my other channel, Simply Pure. We're also on Twitch under the same name. Check out all the fun links in the description, including my shop, where we're always adding new fun things. Bye, everybody!
Good night.